Tulane Green Wave, Human Stadium in New Orleans, Louisiana. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Tulsa Golden Hurricane, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Tulane Green Wave. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Tulsa will kick off and we'll get this game started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Tulane's offense will start this game off. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He'd love to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him, and if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion, stack releases, find him some access, because there's no doubt this guy can run routes, he can catch the football, and he's dangerous after he has the football. So let's see some added wrinkles in what this offense and how they take the next step based on what he did last time.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. A quick 3 and out, and they're already giving up the ball. And they'll mark it down at the 30. So Tulsa's offense will take the field for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time.
Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick handoff. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Here comes the heat. Fires to the tight end. Still running at the 35. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. Tulsa seems to have the whole playbook working. Handoff from the gun. And that defense just ran through that offensive front. He broke a couple of tackles, but nowhere to run. The Golden Hurricane way behind the chains here on second down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. Busts through behind his pad. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Golden Hurricane.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Quickly to the tight end. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the ease.
Breaks into the open. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Miller. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Tulane to the line, facing second and short. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Lewis. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Hand off from the shotgun. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Green Wave working with a fresh set of downs. Let's see if they keep it on the ground here. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his man. It's Cobb. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. The Green Wave lining up, facing third and long. They just keep firing. Looking to the big tight end. And they will score! Touchdown, Green Wave! The extra point here would tie the game. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Allen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Makes the grab. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play. Able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Fires to the big fella. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. He's got great speed. Bottled him up. Not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Caught in the backfield, it's Davidson. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Working their way closer and closer, a third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Tulane.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll start this drive going to the air. Finds his target down the middle. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Let's talk for just a second here about Tulsa. For programs at this level, they are regularly fighting off the big school for diamonds in the rough, but it looks as if they won this battle with the commitment from a three-star receiver, Jesse.
He just thought he had better opportunities on and off the field here at this program. He's going to get a lot of chances to make plays early. With his talent, expect him to start right away, and if I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to be trying to find ways to get this three-star the ball.
They'll try to sneak it. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Makes the catch. It's Preston. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Throwing right. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a third and long. Grab near the marker. It's Davidson. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. That's caught. It's Preston. And he goes down right there. That play's going to lose yardage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Throws for the tight end. Intercepted for the 11th time. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And that's a frustrating play right there. Like, the protection was really, really good. Jesse, quarterback holds on to the football, has time, and then makes a critical mistake over the middle of the field.
And he's just staring his guy down for way too long. There was the defender that had a beat on him from the get-go, and he makes him pay. That's a mistake you don't expect to see the quarterback make.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Tulsa with the playbook wide open here on second and short. Wants to go up top. He's going for the big play. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
They turn to the passing game on third and short. Tulsa will be forced to send out the punt team. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Might be looking to run. He'll get rid of it. And it won't make the connection going for the big play.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
Tulane comes to the line. Lots of work to do on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Snagged in the middle. It's Hayes. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
He'll throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Lawson. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week, it was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever.
Lost one deep down the right side. It's picked up, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in New Orleans for a fun first half than you? And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Yeoman Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. About to start here in the second half. Tulane will kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Golden Hurricane offense comes back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But This offense just can't find a way to get it going, and I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hayes. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
And the defensive coordinator is irate on the sideline. Third and long, it's a short throw. You've got to be able to rally, make a tackle, and force the punter onto the field. They let him get loose, break some tackles, and with the first, the offense stays on the field.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long.
29 Philly.
Pulls it in. It's Hayes. There he goes. Ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. They've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Catch in the middle, it's Reed. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
How nice is it in this offense to have a tight end like that guy that can come up with plays for you all over the field? We just saw the big third down catch. He set him up here in the red zone. I like going back to him, maybe lining him and flexing him outside, getting a one-on-one opportunity for him to use his size advantage.
Now, wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry and shut that run game down. Like, they were ready for that. Second down now. A little more space for the offense, backed up, a little more room to operate and try to maybe find some windows to throw a football.
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
We'll get another look at this Tulsa offense. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Looking to throw on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. On the run, it's Davidson. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Throws to the wideout. And the incomplete pass had a lot of juice on it.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Tulane lines up on 3rd and short. The give on the option. He's inside the 15. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. So close to cashing it in for this offense. With the run on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Wave. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. Tulsa wasting no time.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play call. They're right back at the line of scrimmage going tempo.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Clausen. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. Tulsa comes to the line with a 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats and get the INT. Nice job by this D.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. The Green Wave with plenty of options here on 2nd and short. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? From the gun. Give on the inside. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Green Wave working with a fresh set of downs. Let's see if they keep it on the ground here. From the gun, running back gets the give. Turning it on. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick its way to the end zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Finding it tough to make positive yardage now, 3rd and goal from the 2. From the gun, wants to pass. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
So you're saying there's a chance, Reese. I know it's not a big chance, but you got the ball back now. Maybe your offense can get hot. You can create some turnovers, maybe get an onside kick. Who knows? I'm saying there's a chance.
That's caught. It's Smith. How about this freshman leading them on the chase and making the big play after the catch? That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's first down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got a man. It's Allen. Lowers those pads. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Tulsa wasting no time.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Finds his man. It's Lawson. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Golden Hurricane to the line, facing 2nd and short. Back to pass. He's going to take off. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Wants to go up top on first down. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to, because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Preston. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage, because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Rides the back on the option, the give. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing